Welcome to another edition of Great Health, Abundant Happiness, and Outrageous Love. Mwah. Beautiful day out here. We just had another video we wanted to share with you. It's about going through life and trying to have no judgment when you look at others or deal with others, right?
Right. We've done videos on no judgment with yourself and trying to spend a 24-hour period of not judging yourself, which is so difficult. And this video is no judgment on others.
This came about when Karen was talking to a friend and saying that, we've got some of our kids staying with us for 2 months. And we're saying that's crazy because we got to see our parents. We love them. But, usually about 3 or 4 days staying at someone's house, you're ready to roll on to the next spot because everybody's got their own life. Mm-hmm. And why is it, that they can stay comfortably for a month, 2 months? Right? That was the question you were asking.
Exactly. And the plan was they were coming out for, I think, 2 weeks, and they ended up staying a month, and then they decided to stay another month. It'll be over 2 months by the time that they leave, and we're enjoying every single minute of it. But, Jeffrey and I have asked each other,
Well, you were talking to a friend that kind of kicked off the topic of this.
We've even asked the kids, like, aren't you sick of us yet? Or, and again, because we adore our parents. I mean, I can't wait to go visit my parents. But, as Jeffrey said, we all are in our own routine and they're in their routine. And after, a couple of days or a week, we're definitely ready to, head out. So my friend Joe, I love our conversations because they're always so enlightening. But I was talking to Joe about it, and he said, it's because you have no judgment. And it hit me like a ton of bricks that was the difference. So when we're visiting Jeffrey's family or my family, and again, we love all of them, there's just a lot of judgment bestowed upon us on, just a variety of things. I mean, as simple as the way we eat, right?
I don't even know if I'd call it judgment, but it's but the fact that Joe said we have no judgment is the positive and why they want to stay. And
exactly. I just couldn't think of a better way to plan it, but going as simple as the way that we eat, because Jeffrey and I are 100% plant-based, and I think there's a lot of judgment from...
Even if it's not judgment, it's just not easy.
It's not easy.
Oh, it's easy.
But I think it is judgment. I definitely think it's judgment. And it goes both ways. I think people feel we're judging them if they're not eating the way that we are, but we're not. We really don't judge. And when Joe said that, it just really was like, bingo, that's what it is. I love our kids just the way they are. I have no judgment to change them, and I know Jeffrey feels the same way.
Right.
And we have many conversations, lots of deep conversations about things that might be important to us that are not important to them, or that are important to them that might not be as important to us. But we are intrigued because we don't have any judgment.
Right.
We really don't. We love them just as they are.
Well, and this is easy with your kids, right? If any of you guys out there have kids, you understand this. Hopefully you always love your kids through thick and thin. Mm-hmm. But we're on this journey of no judgment, and working on that. As Karen said, we've done videos on this in the past. And what I find is, if we're out there in public working with others, whether this be in a work environment, social environments, wherever. In the past, I can speak for myself, someone may have said something that was totally against my beliefs, whatever it was.
Right.
And I might not say it out loud, but I might say to myself, that person's absolutely wrong. They don't even know what they're talking about. But now, and that's judgment, right? I'm already making a judgment before they finish their statement,
right.
Which is terrible. So now I step back and listen, what makes them think that way? Let me listen to their side of the story. And even if I still don't agree, I'm saying, well, that's great for them. I understand why they're looking at it that way. And when you go through life that way, you'll find that things fall into your favor more often because you're very flexible and you're easy to work with. You're easy to get along with. Yeah, it's easier for you to get along with everybody else. I mean, it is a beautiful place to be, a place with no judgment.
Absolutely. I find that I am far more intrigued to hear other people's points of view. Like you said, whether we agree or disagree, I don't even look at it like that, like I agree with them or I disagree with them. You know, I have my thoughts because, you know, I'm a spiritual being in this physical body, and my thoughts are mine, my very own, and your thoughts are yours, your very own. And you and I have a lot of connections with our thoughts. But every individual has their own set of thoughts, and it's impossible for us to have the same thoughts. And what's really interesting is we are actually taught. We are taught to judge.
Well, yeah, the judgment has to come from somewhere.
We're taught it. We're not born with judgment.
Well, we're
beautiful little babies that, you know, everything is a miracle.
Right.
And I feel that you and I are really working very hard to get back to that state where everything's a miracle. Everything is as it is, right?
Right.
My aunt used to say, it'll be, she probably still does, it'll be what it'll be. And I remember you and I, the first time we heard her say that had to be, I don't know, 25 years ago, maybe even longer.
Right.
And we didn't really understand it, but I completely understand it now.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah. It'll be what it'll be.
Yeah, and
that's great.
Well, you learn these things. I mean, the only reason why you judge is because you learned X, and somebody else is talking about Y, which is why you're kind of judging them. So, you know, I'm thinking about the election coming up. I'm not going to get into it, but that's a perfect example about you know, judging. I mean, man, there's some people on both sides of that fence that it's just electrified. They're all crazy, crazy and wanting to argue and debate and, you know, judge in the worst way. So, you know, that's a perfect example. But, you know, it's things like that in your everyday life. So I think the message here is, if you can try to focus on going through your day and not judging someone, listen to them, listen to their side of the story, and don't just do it as an exercise just to listen to them and still judge. Listen to them and look at their side and just say, oh, I can see that. That might not be for me, but I can see that, so that's great. Just another beautiful being. If you look at people that way, you'll find a lot more things fall in your favor in this life.
Right. And you'll also have so much more joy in life because it does not serve you or anybody else to judge. It really doesn't. It has absolutely no value of any nature to judge. And I put gossip into that same you know, bucket.
Yeah.
So eliminate it, and really, like Jeffrey said, work on listening and hearing other people's points of views, and just allow it. You don't need to agree with it or disagree with it, but you have to understand that it exists, right?
Yep.
And oh, there's a little ant on me. It is so beautiful out here. Anyway, thank you, Joe, for opening my eyes to the judgment, no judgment. And I feel really blessed and honored that our kids are okay spending enough time with us and not feeling that we're judging them and that they can't wait to get away from us, you know, so because we absolutely adore having them.
That's great.
It's been an awesome time.
We love it.
Yeah, so let go of your judgment and just live in harmony.
Right.
Wishing you great health, abundant happiness, and outrageous love. From the woods at Copper Mountain.
Enjoy this day. Soak it up wherever you are and get out there and don't judge.
And I just want to point out the snow. Can you see the snow-capped mountains?
Oh yeah, behind us. Yeah, it's incredible. Yeah.
It is so beautiful.
Well, there you go. There's a little bit more snow.
Yeah. Right there. Peace out.
See you guys.